program, which allows users to enter and manage data in the form of numbers, text, and formulas. Microsoft didn't invent the spreadsheet. VisiCalc, I think, was the first spreadsheet program. After that, Lotus 123 was sort of king of the hill, but Microsoft Excel has been the undisputed leader for quite a while in the spreadsheet area. However, Google Sheets is gaining in popularity. We do have a class on Google Sheets as well. So if you're interested in taking a look at Google Sheets as either an additional spreadsheet program you can use or as an alternative to Excel, we have that as well. So how do you get access to Excel if you don't already have it? Some people have used Excel where they worked, but they don't work there anymore, so you need to get your own version. The primary way that Microsoft plans for you to use Excel is as part of Microsoft 365. Microsoft 365 is a subscription service. It's $69.99 a year for an individual, but you get a lot for the $69.99. It includes Word, Excel, PowerPoint, Outlook, OneDrive, which is Microsoft's cloud storage system, with a terabyte of storage. That's 1,000 gigabytes of storage, huge amount of storage for $69.99 per year. And we actually have a class called Microsoft 365 Overview. So if you're unfamiliar with Microsoft 365 and want to get some more information before you commit to $70 a year, this is a great class to dig in deeper in terms of all the advantages of what you get with Microsoft 365. Now, Excel does also come as part of a free Office Online package where you can run Excel in a browser as opposed to as a separate program. That free version, as you might guess, does not have all the functions and features you get with Microsoft 365. It is a stripped down version of Excel, but it's one that you could use if you're not much of a power user or as a supplement to Microsoft 365. It only comes with 5 gigabytes of storage instead of 1,000 gigabytes of storage. You can upgrade it to 100 gigabytes a month for an additional $2 a month. And I'll put information in the email that comes out after class with links to these other options, so you can take a look at that in a little more detail if you want to. For the class today, I will be using Microsoft 365 because that is the full functioning version that has more functionality than the other options. Again, if you have questions, please just unmute and go ahead and ask questions as I'm going through this material. So let's go ahead and open up Excel. And Excel, once you've installed it, Microsoft 365 version, you can just click down here in the bottom left on the Start menu and find Excel and click here to open it. So it is a program. It's not running in a browser. It runs separately under Windows. It also runs under Mac. And it brings you to the home page for Excel. There's 2 sections to the home page. The top section is how you can create a new workbook. The bottom section shows you workbooks you have access to. If you're new to Excel, you won't have anything in the bottom yet, so we're going to start at the top. 2 ways to start a new workbook. You can just open a blank workbook. I'll do that first. So I click here. It does as it said. It's opened a blank workbook. This is my worksheet here. Each workbook has multiple sheets in it. So that's the difference between a workbook and a spreadsheet. And so we'll come back later and show you how you can actually build something in Excel, but that's pretty much what that option does. I'm going to close this one. And we're going to open again. Here's the other way you can get access to Excel. And you can install it down here in the taskbar. So you don't have to click over here and go find it. You can just click here. So if you're using it frequently, that's a better option. Now we're back where we were. So we looked at starting a workbook with a blank one. These are templates. And that's the other way you can start a workbook. And there'll be several listed here on this home page, but there's a link here on the right side to more templates. And there are a lot of templates for Excel. Again, Excel's been around a long time. You can see these are some of the newer ones that they have out there. photo family tree, a simple invoice, weekly attendance report, charitable gifts and donations, vehicle service records. You can kind of scroll down through here and see all the different spread templates available, to-do lists, work schedules, lots of business related ones. We'll come back up to the top here. And here, there's different groupings of templates. So if you're looking for business ones versus personal versus planners and trackers, budgeting, charts, calendars. I'll click personal since probably most of you are going to be using this more for personal than for business. And it has things like weekly chore schedules, loan calculators, personal monthly budget. And again, you can take a look at these later and kind of see how the different ones work. I'm going to open one just to show you how it works. So I'm going to open this simple monthly budget. Something you may want to do is to create a monthly budget. So I just click on that template and it tells me a little bit about the template. Help me decide if I want to use it or not. If I do, I just click create right here. And it's going to take that template and copy it into a workbook and open it up. Now there's two sheets here in this workbook. The start one is where we are now, which just tells you a little bit about the template. And then here's the actual template itself. And what a template is it's pre-formatted spreadsheet where you can start entering your information. So instead of
Excuse me, Wade, can you make changes and take different things off that you don't need to
yes,
one of these? Okay.
Yep, let me show you how that would work. So it does come pre-formatted with all the different revenue categories, expense categories. But for your example, let's say you don't have childcare expenses. Most of us don't anymore. I can just click it and do a right click and delete. And we'll talk more about how to edit spreadsheets. And I can just delete that row that I don't use. Or maybe I don't have a dog, so I don't have dog walking expenses. But instead, I might just reuse this for something else that I do have. Lawn care, whatever. So yeah, you can add rows, delete rows, change the labels of rows, whatever you want to do. You need to have some understanding of spreadsheets before you start doing too much in here, because they also have formulas in here. And I'll show you how to do formulas. But if you could potentially mess up a formula. So you do need to understand a little bit about the spreadsheets if you